Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Bumbletron back at another video. In today's video, we are taking a look at set number 71866, the Lego or the Ninja character display from Lego Ninjago Legacy 2026. This set comes with 447 pieces, along with 8 minifigures, I believe. You get the 5 Ninja, Nia, Wu, and the Master of Lightning. So, if you like this video, let me know in the comment section below by leaving a like, sharing, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. And yeah, so if we bring it out of the way of the camera for a few moments, then we can bring in the box, which you can see here in all of its big and beefiness. You can see it says Lego Ninjago Legacy on it. Obviously at the top here, it says 14 plus. Oops. 71866 Ninja character display, 400 pieces, as I said before, all that stuff. Obviously you see Lloyd, Kai, Jay, Samurai X, Cole, Zane, and everybody here. You see on the front as well, it does say 15th anniversary limited edition figure, which is the Master of Lightning, Jay's biological mother. You see Wu's 1:1 scale, got Zane, Lloyd, Kai, Master of Lightning, Samurai X, Jay, and Cole. On this side, on this side, we have a nice picture of that little display stand and a one of Sensei Wu peeking his head out of the doors. And then on the back, we can see a little look at that there, which we'll show in a bit. And then a different configuration of all the ninja sort of kicking around, because you also have the main four, Lloyd's up the top in the 5th, and then Samurai X and Wu kind of just being there. And collect all 7 of the characters, which we know like 4 or 5 of them so far. I think it is 5. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, if we bring the set back in all of its glory, you can see it. Which, I have to say, this is probably my favourite Lego Ninjago set that has been released in a very long time. If not potentially ever, for the simple fact we get the ZX suits back, or the ZX suits. We will disconnect the Master of Lightning from the build for now, just kind of set her off to the side. But here we have the main build, which looks absolutely fantastic. And I want to keep it zoomed out so you can get the full effect. There's a lot of dead space on the sides, but still. If we start at the top, you can see Kai is up here with the Sword of Fire and all that jazz. Then we have like Sensei Wu, we got Jay in the front here, Nia, Cole, Zane, and Lloyd. Well, if we take a look at the bottom here, got the nice design with the black, gold, and red. If we continue around, got the Technic pins on one side, and then the Technic holes on the other side here. On the back, you can see this little area, which we'll come back to in a moment, and the back of the doors with like little candle sort of things, which is very nice. The doors do open on a like hinge, though it's better if you kind of leave them partially open like that, so they don't look weird, because if you keep them closed, you see there's like a gap in the middle, which looks very bad. But that's my only gripe with this set, as with a lot of other people's. But yeah, the little designs, you got like little flowers and stuff. You got this little statue thing, which is very nicely made. Got a bit of a cherry tree, or cherry blossom tree, which is what Cole's kind of bouncing off of there. Then you see the actual walls of the monastery with like the little black like roofing section there, which just looks absolutely awesome. So yeah, also you got like the main steps, which look great as well. So yeah, very, very awesome. If we go and bring all the minifigures off, we can show one of the other features with this as I knock off the little thing here. It's not held on very well, but it is what it is. So we'll bring all the minifigures, bar Wu. We'll leave Wu where he is for now. You can see we have the little like action pose jumping things. Got one here, which is where Lloyd was attached, or Zane was attached. We have one here, which you can flip that brick around, because on the other side, you can see there is a hole for one here, in case you want it on this side instead. We have the one in the tree, which was where Cole was, and then we have the one on the roof here, where Kai was, which, if you really want to, you can like move them anywhere if you have the bricks for it, but that's kind of the way they let you do it. I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could really have someone bouncing off this little thing. It's not the most sturdy, but still. And obviously you can just see Wu standing at the gates, which looks pretty good. But yeah, so next we will move very briefly down to the bottom here, which you can see the little like tea room, or whatever you want to call it. which this room looks very nice. You see it's got the design of this backdrop, which we will zoom in a little bit so you can see it in all its glory. You got one dude there and an evil dude there. I thought it was like Wu and Garmadon, but I don't actually think it is. I think it's like the original like Spinjitzu master and like his evil brother potentially, or like the evil lord, but he's getting kicked full, just like karate kicked into there, you know, into the void of the darkness of Ninjago's like departed realm or whatever, like where Garmadon goes to become Garmadon. But this is a direct take from the show, if I'm not mistaken, which if you really want, you can set 2 minifigures in here like so. You have Lloyd and Wu here in my example, which you can just have them talking about prophecies and stuff and like having a little cup of tea over it, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, overall that's kind of it for the build. It looks great, obviously main part of this, at least in one sense, but the main part of actually buying this set, if we set it off to the side, are the minifigures, which we're going to just kind of work with this instead of redoing the camera the way I did in my first attempt at recording this. But anyway, we will start with Lloyd, and we will start with we'll start with Lloyd just by himself. Here we have the Green Ninja, the OG, which obviously it's Lloyd. I can't complain. I do love the design. The head crest and the armor has been changed. Obviously they're all gold now, which the only ones that doesn't affect is Kai and Zane, but the rest of them had different colors for their hoods and stuff back in the day, but now they're all gold, which we'll get on to why that's not a good thing whenever it comes to Jay. But anyway, you see Lloyd, looks great. Suit basically the same, just updated in some form. He's now got his movie face as well, or his Sons of Garmadon face with the green eyes, which doesn't look half bad by any stretch of the imagination. You can see his like more pissy face here as well, which looks pretty good with the mask on, I have to say. But yeah, to look at his back, you can see we have the old like original serpentine like symbol on his back, which I think is very nice looking with the little designs and whatnot. And yeah, pretty cool. Next we have Kai, the Master of Fire, at least the current Master of Fire, which you can see he comes with the OG Sword of Fire, which looks absolutely beautiful even after the 15 years of this being a piece. Which, if we just remove it to take a look at his armor and stuff, you can see the mask is the same as Lloyd's, obviously just done in red and gold. Armor is the exact same as it's always been. The suit, on the other hand, has just been updated a tiny bit, just add a bit more gold, obviously, to match with the actual armor. Which, honestly, I cannot complain. It looks great. For his head sculpt, or his face print, we have that one, which is the updated version of the original, and then his more like, oh, did I do that face from the Ninjago movie, to my knowledge. With that, if we take a look at the back, you can see the OG Kai fire symbol, along with like the extra bit of like his armor in some form, which looks great. I cannot complain on how that looks. Next is our Elemental Master of Ice, Zane, which Zane might honestly be my favourite. As much as Kai was like my childhood favourite ninja, until Zane is now my probably favourite ninja just naturally again. Like Kai's still up there, but Zane has something to him these days. But yeah, it was very nice. I did have the OG version of this as well, so seeing this in person just makes me happy. The inner child kind of gets excited again. You see he has the shurikens of ice, same little piece that they've always been on the sprue. Then you got the armor, which you can see the back of it here. Actually, you can see his elemental thing there. But yeah, very nice. His head print, face print, is a new one for this actual figure, which is very nice. Got the sort of normal face there. And then on the back, we have the battle damage design from season 3, I believe, which just looks absolutely fantastic for whenever he's fighting the Overlord and all that there, which is pretty cool. You can see how the mask looks with that face on. Once again, looks absolutely awesome. And then you can see his back torso print here with the ice symbol along with like the brown on the thing that obviously continues around from the front. So yeah, that's Zane. Next we have Cole, the Master of Earth, which not a bad minifigure to say the least. I have nothing really to complain about on the minifigure himself. His Scythe of Quakes, on the other hand, not a great piece, not a great build, not a fan of it. That's just me being picky because this is not actually a Scythe head, in my opinion. But anyway, that's not talking about Cole. Here we have Cole. Him and Jay both had silver crests and silver armor, but as you obviously now can see, it is gold for the legacy suits, which I don't mind it on Cole too much because like black and gold works. It's a good color scheme, but as we'll see next on Jay, it's not the best. But anyway, you can see his actual suit design looks very good. Got like little gold accents here and there for like his armor there. The face sculpt or face print is the same as the rest of them, just the movie one, which doesn't look great, but it's fine. For the back though, you can see the OG Earth elemental symbol for Cole, the way his old suits would have, and the continued armor from his like shoulder area, which I think looks very, very nice. Overall, definitely good figure. Probably give him the 4th spot, honestly. Zane first, Kai second, Lloyd third maybe, and then him 4th and Jay 5th. Which, speaking of Jay, here we have the current Master of Lightning in all of his glory, which honestly I don't mind. This is starting to grow on me a wee bit, but he did have the silver for here and here to match like his armor on his arm and everything. But again, it's new, it's different. Obviously it's not meant to be the same as the original completely. He does have his new version of the nunchucks of lightning, which look pretty nice. But yeah, overall very cool. You see the face there under the mask. You got the updated version of his armor with the like little lightning bolts and stuff. You got the the gi and everything with like the way it's connected. Looks great. Got the belt, and then got the toe printing there as well. On the back you see his elemental symbol through the armor, which if we take the back armor off, you can see how that looks in all of its glory. Just looks great. For his face though, his last face print was actually, I think it's the movie one, was discontinued, so they made a new one with freckles, which I love this face. Unfortunately I don't have any hair pieces for him at the moment, but that just looks great. It looks like Jay. And then we have the angry face as well, which obviously if we pop the helmet back on for that, or the hood back on for that, you can see how that looks, and it's great. Love Jay so much. So definitely the weakest out of the 5, but still. Next we have a Samurai X, which you can see is obviously Nia, just in her samurai armor from season 1 and season 2, and probably season 3 as well, before she becomes the water ninja and all that jazz. But still brilliant looking. Obviously not quite as OG as her previous designs, but I'm nearly sure she did use this helmet piece at one point. I think that was in last time's Legacy. The gunmetal grey helmet is the exact same as what she used to use. This piece I don't know if she ever used, but still looks great. You see her armor and everything. If we move the sword out of the way, got the like samurai armor, which just looks fantastic in the burgundy red. Got her little like phoenix symbol there, which is changed obviously to make it more accurate to the water symbol, which I think looks great. You see her regular outfit, her kimono or whatever underneath the armor, which I think is pretty cool. Now she's got a blue belt added to the design as well for her being the water ninja, which is pretty cool. You get this scabbard from the newer Ninjago Dragons Rising stuff, which I'm not the biggest fan of it. I kind of wish she had her like OG kendo armor, like the big armor vest that they used to have, but obviously it would kind of cover up the design though, and it wouldn't look great. But anyway, yeah, pretty cool. Taking off the armor, you can see the back print, which is more of her like actual samurai armor with the big symbol on the back, which you see it's a phoenix, but with more like water texture or like water design for her actual element on the wings. And you can see her face got a happy print and a bit more of a I'm ready to fight print, which is just once again her movie face and not her original, which again looks very nice. And last but not least, we have the Elemental Master of Lightning, Jay's mother, which you can see here looks absolutely amazing on her little like 15th anniversary plaque stand. But yeah, if we bring her up close to actually take a look, you can see the face looks somewhat generic, but it is what it is. Got the nice like hairpiece for the blonde color. I assume it fits. It's been a while since I've seen her in the show, but the torso print looks absolutely fantastic with like the dark blue and then the lighter blue cutting through with the actual lightning. Got the symbol for J, this lightning there as well, which I think it was used in Tournament Power, or not, Tournament of Elements, Season 4. Could be wrong. Got the lighter blue for the gi sort of wraps. Then she's got lightning on her leggings and gold for the tops of her boots, but there's no side leg printing or anything like that. If you pop the hair off, you can see more of that nice design on the back there as well. So yeah, very nice, very cool, very whatever. But included for her is this little 15th anniversary plaque thing for her to stand on, which it says Ninjago 15 with the little eyes, and it's just a very simple build which has the technicals or pins on one side and holes on the other, which the use for this is to connect it with your display piece, like the actual set itself, because you can see there's holes on one side and pins on the other side. So the way it kind of wants you to potentially do it is turn this around, plug it in the sides and the little 15 things not showing, and then flip her around and stand her like so on the studs. Then you can have like all your ninja on it along with her just kind of on the side. And as you collect them, it kind of makes like a whole big display. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. If you like it, let me know in the comment section below as always by leaving a like, share, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. Hitting the notification bell as well so you guys know when I go live and when I upload all that good stuff. I do very much appreciate when people do that. I think we're currently 3 subscribers from last year's goal, or my just goal in general of hitting 800, and then obviously 203 from hitting the 1,000, and hopefully, you know, hitting that big milestone. So if you like this, let me know in the comment section below, as I've said before, and I hope you have enjoyed. I will see you guys soon with another LEGO video soon, if not a little blockies video of like these little Transformer guys. So yeah, thanks for watching, see you guys soon, goodbye.